Have been in some of the most memorable UFC bouts of all time. Frank Trigg makes his highly anticipated return to the octagon tonight against fellow wrestler Josh Koscheck in what could turn out to be another one of the most unforgettable fights in UFC history.
He's definitely a stepping stone for me because I beat him. It puts me back in the title hunt. It immediately puts me back in the title contention.
I'm not anybody's stepping stone. I never will be. Frank's got to beat me to get to the title, and you know that ain't gonna happen.
No fan will ever forget Frank Trigg's two-fight series with Matt Hughes. But this welterweight contender has not been idle since his last fight in the octagon in 2005. Instead, he's won 7 more MMA fights, making this a perfect time for his return to the UFC.
After I walked away from the UFC and then kind of had to refine myself, reinvent myself a little bit, and I went on a pretty good tear. I've had to evolve. It's been a tough evolution for me.
A former national wrestling champion and one of the most gifted athletes in the UFC today, Josh Koscheck's desire to constantly get better has led him to 10 octagon victories. Now, he faces one of his toughest challenges yet in the veteran, Frank Trigg.
This is his comeback. He thinks he's going to get a title shot, and you know, this is the big fight for me to put a stamp on that and say, you know, no, your ride stops here.
Welcome back, Frank Twinkle Toes Trigg. Born in Rochester, New York, fighting out of Extreme Couture in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we remember years ago, he came within a whisper of his life totally changing, defeating Matt Hughes almost to become the welterweight champion.
Well, sort of. I mean, let's be realistic. First of all, he kicked Matt Hughes in the balls, and that's what started it all off. And then, you know, he jumped all over him when Matt Hughes was hurt, and then he got Matt Hughes' back, but, you know, Matt Hughes, with his great ground skills, was able to reverse him, get him up in the air, slam him, then took his back and choked him. So you could say that he almost won, but I wouldn't say that. I would say he kicked him in the balls, and Matt Hughes needed some time to recover. But that said, Frank is a very powerful wrestler. He's a good striker, and he has refocused and rededicated himself, and he's very honest about that. Very honest about the fact that he wasn't evolving, that he had kind of stopped training, and that he took a bunch of fights where he really didn't train that hard at all. He's had some good victories outside of the UFC. He had a good victory over Mayhem Miller, and you know, and a vicious loss to Robbie Lawler. But these were at 185 pounds, where, you know, and I think when he was talking about he didn't train hard, I mean, it takes a lot to cut down to 170. He's a big guy. I think now, fighting at 170 and realizing that, you know, at his age, he doesn't have that much time left. He's 37 years old. If he really wants to make an impact on the sport, now's the time to really get fully focused and fully dedicated.
And you can tell with the big smile, singing along with the music, he's enjoying and relishing his return to the UFC. His first UFC fight in over 4 years, and he's 7-2 since his last appearance in the octagon in 2005.
He's also been doing some commentary, and he's great at that as well. And I like Frank. I'm happy to have him back. And I would really like to see him, you know, like you said, rededicated and refocused. I really want to see what he's capable of doing.
We're going to find out, because he's going to take on one of the toughest welterweights in the UFC today, Josh Koscheck. From the original Ultimate Fighter, 10-4, I can't believe it, 15th time inside the octagon since the Ultimate Fighter's original series. Josh Koscheck, he's been near the top, he's been knocked down by Thiago Alves and Paulo Thiago, but I'll tell you what, anytime you fight Josh Koscheck, you better be prepared.
Yeah, I mean, he's an outstanding wrestler, one of the very best athletes to ever compete in the UFC. And he's been really steadily improving as a mixed martial artist. I mean, the fight with Paulo Thiago is a tough dude. And Josh Koscheck was handily winning that fight when he made a big mistake. I mean, there's nothing he can do about that. It's over. He made that mistake. It's done. He lost that fight. He moves on. I mean, that was way back in February, so he's had a chance to stew on that for this long. Josh is a ferocious competitor. So I guarantee you, we're going to see an improved Josh Koscheck, a new, intense Josh Koscheck who wants to make up the lost time.
Talking to him earlier this week here in Dallas, he said that his cut was a little bit more strenuous this time because he got up to about 194 pounds. He took 7 months off with a broken foot, suffered in the fight against Paulo Thiago, but he said in the bigger picture, he feels because he was fighting so frequently, Joe, it gave his body some much-needed time to heal, and he feels he will be much fresher, faster, and stronger, despite the little tougher cut as he takes on Trigg tonight.
Well, I think that's a very good point when you look at the schedule that he's kept. I mean, he's fought so many times, and he's been constantly in the gym as well. Not just the fights, but the gym wars, the battles, the conditioning programs he's done. And he's training with savages. John Fitch, Mike Swick, Cain Velasquez. I mean, he's in there day in, day out with some of the toughest guys in the sport.
Remember, back in Chicago, he took that fight against Thiago Alves, replacing Diego Sanchez on 2 weeks' notice, then fought for the troops just 46 days later. Tail of the tape for this welterweight fight. Koscheck 31, Trigg is 37. Both are 5'10". Koscheck will have a 2-inch reach advantage. Once again, the veteran voice, Bruce Buffer.
And now, 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a wrestler holding a professional record of 19 wins with 6 losses. Standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Frank Twinkle Toes Trigg! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a freestyle fighter holding a professional record of 14 wins with 4 losses. Standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds, fighting out of Fresno, California, Josh Koscheck! And when the action begins, our referee in charge of this contest is Leon Roberts.
Leon Roberts, our referee. Ariani, Logan, Natasha, Mike Goldberg, Joe Rogan.
You ready to fight?
Josh Koscheck
Bring it on,
against Frank Trigg. White trunks for Koscheck. Trigg the southpaw.
Josh Koscheck has significantly improved his stand-up over the past couple of years. His boxing has really improved. Sharp punches.
Lethal kicks.
Yeah, we saw that with Dustin Hazlett. And of course, we saw that with Yoshida, which was a spectacular knockout in the fight for the troops.
Trigg and Koscheck both feel like they are in great condition. Koscheck.
Good straight left by Trigg.
Yep. Touching that eye a little bit. Frank might have connected. Frank Trigg, first time in over 4 years he has fought in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Pawing away. Got that left hand ready to throw. Keeping an active jab going against Koscheck. Koscheck looking for the body. 2 great wrestlers, so they might, you know what? They might just stand for 15 minutes.
Koscheck's got him hurt.
Trigg is in big trouble. Koscheck looking to finish Frank Trigg.
Oh!
It is all over!
Wow.
Josh Koscheck defeats Frank Trigg!
Wow, Frank Trigg's upset. I think he thinks it was a premature stoppage. You know, it's tough to see from our angle. We were kind of hidden by the corner of the cage. But it looked like he was hurt very badly. I mean, he got up. He's saying he was fine, but I would like to see that again. When he went down, from where we were, we couldn't really see it that well. Let's take a look at it here. Oh, he clipped him with like a wrist.
But this one,
that one's on
boom.
the button. Okay, that's the one that dropped him. He's hurt bad. That one's on the temple. Boom, boom, boom. Well,
hard to tell. You
it's
can't
hard
tell if
to
he kind
tell.
of went limp a little bit.
You know what? Leon Roberts is an excellent referee. If he thought it was, you know, I mean, he's trying to protect the fighter, but it's close. Let's take a look at it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know,
Yeah, and I don't think he's intelligently defending himself
yes,
there.
I agree.
Right?
I agree. You know what? He might not have been unconscious, but he was
Correct.
on the way. He was on the road.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Leon Roberts has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 25 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by TKO, Josh Koscheck.
Big win for Koscheck.
Congratulations. How good does it feel to get back on the winning ways?
Well, you know, to get back on the winning ways is awesome. You know, this is what I've been training for. I'm super motivated right now.
You caught him with it looked like you cuffed him, you dropped him to the ground, you caught him with a big right hand.
Yeah, you know, I like fighting southpaws. You know, I tee up on the right hand, but you know, I got to thank AKA Bob Cook, everybody that helped me train for this, Swick and Fitch. You know, I just love you guys and I appreciate all the support.
Congratulations, can't wait to see you again. Josh Koscheck, ladies and gentlemen.
Josh